Welcome all to the next part of the module 4, fish. So, today under fish, we'll learn about nutritive value, the qualities of fresh fish, and the preservation of fish. So, under preservation, actually, there are a lot of preservation, but in your syllabus, you are supposed to learn about only three preservation, that is canning, freezing, and smoking. Normally, fish is considered as a complete proteins, and that can be used as an alternative for the meat in the diet. Normally, edible fishes are categorized into finfish or a shellfish. Finfishes are refers to the fishes that have a bony skeleton and normally it's seen in salt water. And about shellfishes are both molluscous and crustaceans type, so they are normally seen in salt water. Now, next is the nutritive value of the fish. As we all know, fish is an excellent source of protein, and its biological value is 80. Biological value means the value of essential amino acid will be more as required as required for the humans. So that is the biological value mean that protein. The biological value of is here is 80. So the protein in fish is uh, normally it contain more essential amino acids. So that protein is mainly used for the protein synthesis in the cells. And also it is rich in lysine and methionine. Lysine and methionine is an essential amino acid. But the fishes are not a good source of energy. The fat content is also less when we compare it with the meat and poultry. And the fishes are good source of N3 polyunsaturated fatty acid, that is omega fatty acid N3. Um, Actually, this N3 profile having a lot of medicinal effect in our body, like it is a good for our heart health, and also it helps to reduce the blood pressure of our body. So it's having a lot of beneficial effects in our body. The fishes are rich in calcium, especially the small fishes when eaten with bones, such as anchovy, sardine. Anchovy means nettoli, and sardine is matti. So when we eat those fishes along with its bones, it is rich in calcium. Then ocean fishes are good source of iodine, selenium, and fluoride because the seawater are rich in such minerals. Then oysters are good source of copper, zinc, and iron. Also, these fishes contain a significant amount of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, it is a very essential for maintaining the normal health of blood cells and nerves. Also, it is essential for the formation of for the synthesis of the DNA material. So vitamin B12 have a lot of important functions in our body. Then fishes are also an excellent source of vitamin A, D, and niacin. So that's all about the nutritive value. Next is qualities of fresh fish. So how we will consider a fish is a fresh or stale. So here are few features for a fresh fishes. So the skin of fish looks bright, moist, and shiny. The scales that should be firmly attached to the skin. Normally in stale fish, that is stale fish means not fresh fish. It may shown a signs of wrinkling and shrinking away from the flesh. So in a fresh fish, those scales are firmly attached with the skin. Second point is the eyes of freshly caught fish will be convex. Convex means middle part of the middle part of the curve portion that will be moving to the externally. So the externally curved type, that is what we call convex. And the pupil is black portion of the eyes, that is black, and the corneal is outer white surface, that will be a translucent, means slightly transparent. The eyes should be bright, clear, and bulging, and not sunken. So by seeing the eyes of fish, we can say the fish is fresh or not. Next is the gills of a freshly caught fish are bright red, but as the blood in them oxidizes, they rapidly turn brownish, and any mucus on them that turns opaque. So, if a freshly caught fish, the gills will look like a bright red. Next point is if fish is split along the backbone, try lift out the bone. It should stick firmly to the flesh. If the bone lift out easily, the fish is stale. So in a fresh fish, it is not easy to lift out the bone. So because that in fresh fish, the flesh and the bone will be firmly bound together. Next is the surface should be free of dirt and slime. The flesh should be firm to touch with no traces of browning or drying around the edges. A fish having odor indicates deterioration or the damage that is mainly due to the oxidation of a polyunsaturated fat and bacterial growth. So in a fresh fish, it won't give an odor, bad odor. That bad odor is mainly due to the deterioration due to the oxidation of polyunsaturated fat and bacterial growth. Now we are moving to the last part of the fish, that is preservation. So first we will see what is canning. So in last chapter, we have learned about canning, and most of you, all of you, have been watched the canning video also. The procedure for canning is same for all foodstuffs. Only the difference is sometimes the solution which is added to the bottle and or the almost all other methods are same. So in fish canning, first fish is dressed and cleaned, cut into pieces and filled in cans in saline. Cans are double steamed under vacuum. Sealed cans are sterilized at 121.1 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes. Sterilized cans are cooled in running water, wiped, and kept in a cool place at 10 to 15.5 degrees Celsius. So that's all the canning process of fish. Next method of preservation is freezing. It extends the period of storage and is effective in keeping the fish in a condition similar to that of fresh fish. So here the temperature is first the freezing is done rapidly at a temperature minus 4.4 degrees Celsius, and those frozen fish that will maintained at minus 23 degrees Celsius to minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. So such fishes we can kept it up to 6 months. The last is smoking. So it is the oldest preservation method. Normally in this procedure, it combines the effect of salting, drying, heating and smoking. So major steps in the preservation of smoked fish are salting, that is bath or injection of liquid brine or dry salt mixture. So we can salting it by different methods. Then cold smoking. Actually, there is a cold and hot smoking is there. Only the difference is the temperature. In cold smoking, here the temperature is lesser than the hot smoking. In hot smoking, what here sometimes the flesh part of the fish is cooked in hot smoking. So that is the difference between the cold smoking and hot smoking. Then cooling, packing, air or vacuum or modified type of packing can be used. And finally storage. So these are the major steps in the preparation of smoked fish. Actually, the smoking procedure are two types. One is traditional, another one is called mechanical method. So we will see it in detail. The first traditional method, it involves the fish being suspended in a smoke house over slowly smoldering wood shapes. The fish are left overnight to be naturally infused with the smoke. So it's a simple method and it's a traditional method. So simply here the fishes will be suspended, and under the fish they were keeping some wood, and some they will be lightened it, and some smoke will produced from that, and they will left this fish overnight, and naturally the naturally formed smoke that will make the fish to be smoked. Next is in the mechanical method. Here, the smoke is generated through the use of smoke condensates, which are created by the industrial process of turning smoke into a solid or liquid form. The flow of smoke in the mechanical kiln. Kiln means it's a thermally insulator. It's a automatic thermally insulated chamber. So that thing is a computer controlled, and the here fish is generally spend less time being smoked than in a traditional kiln. So here it is more faster than the traditional method. So these are the two different methods of a smoking. So that's the end of the fish. So it's a very small portion. So I'll be giving the notes on the next class. So please go through the slides once more. Just never listen though in classes only in one timer. You have to repeat it, the class 2 or 3 times. Then only you will understand. Okay. So if any doubts or concerns, please do post your queries in the comment box in Google Class. And we will keep a live meeting soon. So please complete your notes. Definitely, I will check all your notes. So please do your job punctually. Okay. So thank you all.